Welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Brittany. I'll be guiding you through this class today. This is Allison. She'll be joining us and also showing modifications to take as we all have varying degrees of mobility that we're working on. Today we'll be doing a full body gravity yoga, also known as science of stretching. So we'll be hitting the hamstrings, hips, and the back. Now, science of stretching is when we hold stretches for a longer period of time, passively and relaxed. And we do so for a few minutes. Today will be between 2 and 3 minutes. So to get started, you'll need somewhere comfortable to work, a couple of blocks, and if you don't have blocks, grab a couple of pillows. And if you have a hard time interlacing your fingers back behind your back, just grab a towel or a strap. We're going to get started establishing the breath that we'll be using throughout class to relax the stretch reflex, the body's tendency to fight the stretches. It's an inhale through the nose to the count of 4. Exhale out the mouth to the count of 8. And we try to make an audible breathing sound on the inhale, like a slight whisper. And then the exhale is like you're fogging up a mirror. So let's go ahead and take a few rounds of breath before we get started. Find a comfortable seated position. If sitting on the ground is uncomfortable for you today, you could grab a block or a pillow, put it underneath your bum. And then ground your tailbone down into the earth. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Lift your chin up and then relax your hands down wherever feels comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes for this. Empty out any stale air. And then start to breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, nose. And exhale, mouth. Great. And if you struggle with that count, just slow your breath down when I cue breath. It doesn't have to be exact, but throughout this, it gets pretty intense, and our breath is what helps us to relax our muscles enough to stretch out and to hold these stretches longer than we're used to doing it. So let's go ahead and stand up, and we will take a couple of rounds of moon squats. This is a way to warm up our muscles and all our major joints for class. So bring your feet out about hip distance apart, a little bit more. Turn your feet out slightly. Cross your forearms, make fists. Sit back like you're sitting back into a chair. Drop your head and neck. And then breathe in and cross your arms, reach up to the sky. Spread your fingers wide. Open up your chest. Exhale. Cross your forearms, make fists, drop your head and neck, sit back. Inhale, rise up, spread your fingers wide, look up. Exhale, cross your forearms, get tight, sit back. Inhale, rise up, stretch. Exhale, cross your forearms, sit back. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale up, stretch open. Exhale, cross your forearms, make fists, sit back. This time pause down at the bottom, bring your hands to the ground, move your hips side to side. And if your heels rise up when you do moon squats and you sit back, feel free to roll up a pillow or a blanket rather, or a yoga mat and put those underneath your heels to give your heels some more support. We'll take one more round of those. Cross your forearms, make fists. Inhale, reach up, spread your fingers wide, look up. Exhale, cross your forearms, sit back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, spread your fingers wide, open up your chest. Exhale, cross your forearms, make fists, sit back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale to rise up. This time, keep your arms up, heel toe your feet so they're about hip distance apart. Reach for your left wrist and bend over towards your right. Come back up through center, reach for your opposite wrist, and then bend over towards the left side as you press your hips towards the right. Good, come back up through center, take your hands to your hips, and then bow your chest forward. Come into a forward fold. Readjust your feet here if you need to. Feet are about hip distance apart. Outer edges of your feet are parallel. And then for a modification here, like Allison is doing, go up to a wall and bring your bum up to the wall and use that for support. Ground down to all four corners of your feet. Keep a bend in your knees. Relax your torso. Relax your head and neck. Option to reach for opposite elbows to frame your face, or keep your arms down towards the ground. Press into the pinky side edges of your feet as you ground down into the inner arches. Spread your toes wide. Let your torso be totally heavy here. Allow your low back to relax. Take all the pressure off. And deepen back into your breath. Take a breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. Inhale nose. And exhale mouth. Relax any tension in your jaw. Allow your torso to just melt. Lengthening out your hamstrings, the muscles in the back of your thighs. And we're almost there. Take one last deep breath in. As you exhale out, bring your hands down to the ground. And then slowly bend down into your knees. And come into Malasana, a deep squat. So your feet are a little bit more than hip distance apart. Toes point slightly out. And then you could grab a couple blocks here and put it underneath your bum for more support, or a couple pillows. And then again here, if your heels are way up, fold up a towel or a blanket and put it underneath your heels. Take your hands to heart center, press your thighs wide. And then relax your hands down, palms up. Relax your head and neck down. Keep your weight into your heels, but also use your toes, the balls of your feet. So keep your palms up. Relax your head and neck. Continue to press your tailbone down. Then relax your shoulders. Soften into your face. Sitting below parallel gets really hard because we sit at a 90-degree angle most of the day. And we've been doing that for years. So we slowly have to press and lengthen out the muscles to get us deeper into a squat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. We have about 30 more seconds here. Continue to melt into this. Muscles stretch best when relaxed, so wherever possible. Think wet noodle, relax your body, and then allow gravity to do the stretch for you. About 10 more seconds. And then take one last deep breath in. Exhale out. Bring your hands down to the ground. Slowly bring your knees down to the ground. Good. Then sit onto your heels. Tuck your toes under. And then take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then hug your shoulder blades together. So here is where you would need a strap or a towel, and then hold on to the towel instead if you can't quite interlace your fingers. And continue to hug your shoulders together, open up your chest, lift your chin up, relax your face. Right now we're stretching into our feet and also stretching into our thoracic spine or upper back. That gets really blocked up and tight. And oftentimes you see people that their upper back starts to round because of all of this. So we're undoing all of that. Undoing it and also helping to prevent it. We're about a minute in here. If it's starting to get really intense for your feet, you could untuck your toes. We got about a minute left, so try to stay with it. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Continue to press your fingers down towards the ground, hug your shoulders together, open up your chest, lift your chin. Take one last deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Release your hands. Bring your hands down to the ground. Untuck your toes if they aren't already. And then tap the tops of your feet down. Get the blood flow going again. And then come down to your booty. Extend your left leg long. Bend your right knee. And bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your thigh, as close to your groin as you can get it. And then for modifications here, you could grab your blocks or pillows. You could put them underneath your bum, take a block underneath your bum, or you could also stack up blocks and pillows for your forehead or for either side of your hand. Breathe in to reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist towards your extended leg. Then bow your chest forward. Hands land on either side of your leg. And then crawl your hands up as much as you can and relax your hands on either side of your legs, your leg. Palms are up, hands on the ground. So often with this pose in classes, we will reach for our foot and really pull. But here we're going to be floppy and relaxed. Palms relax up towards the sky, so we're not grabbing at anything. The block or pillows underneath your bum if you just need to lift yourself up a little bit more. And keep a slight bend into your knee if the back of your thighs are really tight today. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Notice your foot. Relax your toes. Notice what your breath is doing. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. We're already over halfway there. You got it. So you never have to hold this stretch as long as we do, but try to. If you need to come out, that's okay. Just wait until we move on to the next stretch, but that doesn't mean you have to stop the video. Continue to breathe and to melt into this. We have about 30 more seconds. These asymmetrical poses, when we stretch one side at a time, help with imbalances because we usually have one side that's a little bit tighter than the other. So just pay attention to that. Which side is tighter? And then hold on that side for just a few more seconds. Take one last breath in. Exhale out. Slowly walk your hands back up. And then switch it out. Extend your right leg. Bend your left knee. Sole of your foot comes to the inside of your thigh. And then again here, you can take a block underneath your bum. Stack up blocks or pillows for underneath your forehead. Or take blocks or pillows to either side of your leg. Take a breath in, reach up towards the sky. Twist towards your extended leg. As you exhale out, bow your chest forward. And then relax your hands on either side of your legs, palms up. And then walk your hands forward just a little bit more, as much as you can. And then relax, melt down into this. Deepen back into your breath. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. And it's always okay to keep a bend in your knee. And any of these stretches where a leg is extended. That way you can stretch into your hamstrings instead of feeling a pull on your low back. Notice your face and clench your jaw if you're holding it tight. Relax your forehead. We're over halfway there. And we have about a minute left. Try to stay with us. Readjust if you need to, and then get right back into it. Continue to keep your palms up as you melt down. Thirty more seconds. Take one last deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. And slowly start to walk yourself back up with your hands. And then extend both legs out in front of you. Shake your feet out a little bit, your legs, bring the blood flow all the way back. Now take your feet, the soles of your feet together. Come into a butterfly position. And then here too, if you wanted a block underneath your bum, you could do that. Or you could take blocks, stack them up, and then relax your forehead down onto the blocks. Or take the blocks for underneath your hands. And you want to have your heels about 3 fist distance away from your groin. Good, and then fold over, palms up. Relax your hands, palms up. We're working into the lateral rotation and the flexion of our hips. And our psoas muscle attaches our torso down into our hips. Our psoas is also our flight or fight muscle. So there's a lot of emotion in this muscle. So hip openers are intense just because of all the sitting at a 90-degree angle we do and how tight our hips get over time. And then it's also intense because of some of the emotion that it can release. So instead of bailing and not staying with the discomfort, relax and breathe into the discomfort. Allow the feelings to come up. And then deepen into your breath and release the feelings. A lot of times this intensity is tough, but as soon as we get out of the stretch, it goes away. And you slowly start to open your body back up, freeing up more space for your body to live in. Now, all this stuff is a supplement to help you in all your other activities. So this alone helps you with your everyday activities, feeling less pain, being able to get up and down, reach down. And this also helps you to recover faster from your sports, helps you have better posture. So that's something that can help with prevention of injuries. And this also helps you get deeper into other types of yoga. So this isn't meant to replace all their yogas, but to help you be in a faster paced yoga class and to feel more comfortable in it. Feel like you can do more. We have about 30 more seconds here. Readjust if you need to. Bring your heels in closer if they're sliding out. Continue to reach your chest forward as you press your tailbone down. Relax your face. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale out. Good. Slowly press yourself up. And if you have blocks or pillows underneath you, place them to the side. Close your knees up. And then roll onto your stomachs. Legs are about hip distance apart. And then take your wrists and have them in line with your elbows. So elbows are in line with your shoulders, and then wrists are in line with your elbows. Spread your fingers wide. Press your tailbone or your tops of your feet down. For Sphinx pose, keep your chin parallel with the ground. And then imagine sliding the ground towards you as you slide your chest forward. Keep your pelvis down. And then notice your breath. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Continue to slide the ground towards you as you move your heart forward. Keep your chin up, parallel with the ground. Sphinx pose is a nice gentle back bend. So in order to free up our back, we need to open up our chest. And we do that with these mini back bends. We have about 30 more seconds here. Take one last deep breath in this pose. And exhale out your mouth. Good. Now you're going to take your right hand, thread it underneath your left. Bring your elbows towards one another. And then wiggle your elbows back towards your belly button as much as you can. And then relax your hands down towards the ground for pretzel arms. Relax your head and neck down. And then a modification here is to grab a pillow and put it underneath your stomach if you need a little bit more support, if laying down on your stomach doesn't feel good here. Spread your hands away from one another. Relax your head and neck down so your head can create more weight to open up your shoulders. And breathe into the space between your shoulders that you're creating. Continue to wiggle your elbows down, hug your elbows together, spread your hands apart from one another. Keep the tops of your feet down on the ground. And then notice your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. This is a really good stretch for opening your shoulders. And take one last deep breath in. Exhale mouth. And then slowly press yourself back up. And then switch it out. Take opposite elbow underneath. Wiggle your elbows together. And then wiggle your elbows down towards your belly button. Spread your fingers wide, grip into the mat. Spread your hands apart from one another. And then relax your head and neck down. Notice the tops of your feet against the ground. Relax your feet. Relax your thighs. Let your hips sink down heavy here. Continue to wiggle your elbows down towards your belly button if they're sliding forward. Spread your hands away from one another. And relax your shoulders. And then notice the space between your shoulders. And deepen into your breath. And send your breath there to relax the muscles. Continue to let your head be heavy here. You have about 30 more seconds. And take one last deep breath. One last deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. And then slowly press yourself back up. And then if you have a yoga mat, fold it in half. Or you might need to fold up a blanket to pad up your knees. Come onto the mat or blanket. Open your knees out as wide as you can. And then your ankles will be in line with your knees. Toes point out to the sides, or take your toes and point them inward like you're in child's pose if that's too intense. And then if you have blocks, take them underneath your hands. And then slowly melt yourself down. You can come down to your forearms, or you could keep your hands straight onto the ground. And let the inside of your thighs relax down. Frog pose helps to open up our hips, so that helps to create more space for our backs to move. Oftentimes when we have back problems, it's a sign that we have really tight hips or tight hamstrings. And just notice the sensations. Breathe into them. Notice your breath. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. We have about a minute left here. So try to stay with it. Readjust if you need to. Start to notice the longer you're in these poses, you're able to slowly get a little bit deeper. We often don't see any improvements with our mobility or our flexibility because we're simply not holding stretches long enough to see any kind of improvement. So breathe through the sensations of going past a certain area of holding a pose that you're not used to. And it's your body making changes, your muscles slowly stretching back out. Take one last deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. And slowly start to press yourself back up. Bring your knees in towards one another. And then shake your hips side to side. And then unfold your yoga mat or blanket if you have it folded. And then come bring your booties down to the ground. Soles of your feet on the ground. And then slowly roll yourself all the way to your back. Tuck your chin into your chest as you do so. Make sure there's enough room behind you. So keep the soles of your feet on the ground. And then slide your left heel as close as you can towards your hips. Lift your right heel and place it on top of your left thigh. You can take your right hand, press your right thigh away. That would be the first phase of this stretch. If you feel like going deeper today, bring your knees into your chest and reach for the back of your left thigh for your left shin. But perfectly okay to keep the sole of your foot on the ground and to use your hand to press your right thigh away. This is called reclined pigeon. So it's similar to taking pigeon where we're on our stomachs and we have our leg bent like this. But we could get in a little bit deeper this way. The more you bring your knees into your chest or the more you press your thigh away, then you can relax back. Working on the flexion and lateral rotation of your front hip. Notice your breath. Inhale through your nose. And open out mouth, exhale. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Notice your face, relax any tension. You can even hold a soft smile here. We're approaching 2 minutes now. So if your foot's lifted, bring your foot back down. And then let your knees fall over towards the left side. Now coming into a twist. And you can keep your left hand on top of your thigh to nudge it down a little bit more. And keep the back of your head on the ground, or turn your head towards the right side. Placing your arms wherever it's comfortable. And take one last deep breath in. And exhale out. And slowly bring your knees back through center. And then switch it out. Lower your right heel down to the ground. Lift your left heel up. Place that on top of your right thigh. And with your right hand, press your right thigh, or your left hand, press your thigh away. And then to go deeper, bring your knees into your chest. Reach for the back of your right thigh or for your shin. Or keep your foot down to the ground. Continue to press your thigh away with your hand. For a reclined pigeon. One last stretch here into our hips. Relax your feet. Relax your shoulders. Notice your breath. Take a breath in through your nose. Expand your rib cage. Open mouth, exhale out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out. We have about 30 more seconds here in this phase of the stretch. If your foot is lifted, lower your foot back down towards the ground. And then slowly let your knees fall over towards the right side, coming into a twist. Use your hand to nudge your thighs down a little bit more if that feels good. Or open your arms wide. And keep the back of your head on the ground. Or turn your head towards the left side to complete the twist in your spine. Take little sips of breath here. And slowly bring your knees back through center. Uncross your legs. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. Get really, really tight. And then relax your arms down, your legs down. Take up as much space as you need to. And let your body just be for a few moments. Allow your body to soak up the benefits from all the deep stretching that you just did. And if you want to continue to lay here, go ahead and do so. You can let the video play. And if you're ready to come out, just bring your knees in again towards your chest, roll onto your side, and then slowly press yourself up into a seated position. Whatever seated position feels comfortable for you. Ground your tailbone down into the ground. Relax your hands onto your knees. Lift your chest up. We'll end class with 4-4 breath. That's an inhale through our nose to the count of 4. Exhale out the nose to the count of 4. This breath helps to wake the body up a little bit from all that deep breathing and stretching that we just did. Empty out any stale air. And then breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose. Exhale nose. And place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Breathe into your hands. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. And slowly open up your eyes. Thank you so much for being here and doing this with us. Thank you, Allison, for being here and showing us modifications. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Good.
I really like the pretzel stretch. It felt really good on my shoulders.
Yeah, it's a really great shoulder opener. I'm glad you liked it, and I hope that you felt something similar with your shoulders. If you like this video, it really helps if you like and subscribe. You can even leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.